because this may be the first time in a long time that something is actually speaking to your heart. You've been feeling something inside you shifting, haven't you? You can't explain it to anyone. You don't have the words for it. You just feel different. The things that used to make you happy don't feel the same anymore. The people you used to run to don't feel close anymore. The plans you made don't feel right anymore. You look fine on the outside. You laugh, you talk, you function. But inside, it feels like your soul is carrying something heavy and no one knows. It's like something is pulling you away from your old life, from your old habits, from your old self, and you don't know whether you're breaking or becoming. Listen to me. Don't ignore that feeling. That's not stress. That's not confusion. That's not overthinking. That is Allah. Allah is moving you. He's rearranging your life. He is shaking your heart. He is preparing you for something you cannot see yet. And if you leave this video right now, you will miss the explanation. Your heart has been begging for in silence. So stay just a little longer. Listen with your heart, not your ears. Because what I'm about to tell you might finally make your life make sense. The life you are still holding on to is too small for the soul you are becoming. My dear brother, my dear sister, if only you could see yourself from the outside right now. If only you could see how much you've changed without even realizing it. How your heart has grown. How your eyes see differently. How your soul has been quietly stretching beyond the limits of the life you once settled for. The heaviness you feel is the pressure of becoming. You are not who you once were. And the spaces, the routines, the relationships that once made sense are now too small for you. Have you noticed it? Your conversations have changed. Your reactions have changed. Your ability to hold pain has changed. Your tolerance for superficiality has changed. You no longer feel alive in places that once felt like your entire world. Not because anything is wrong, but because your soul has outgrown them. Growth is not always loud. Sometimes it is silent, quiet, unnoticed even by you. And then one day you wake up and nothing feels the same. You look at your life and it feels like clothes that fit you once but now feel tight and uncomfortable. It's not that life became worse. It's that you became bigger. Your soul expanded beyond the dimensions of your current life. And Allah in His mercy is showing you, my beloved servant, you cannot stay here anymore. Your heart is aching because it is trying to remain in a space your soul has already left. That is the heaviness you feel. Your spirit is asking for room to breathe. You are being stretched, opened, prepared, but your mind is still clinging to the familiar, to what was once safe, to what once gave comfort, to what once made sense. But Allah is inviting you to a life that will require a stronger, freer, more surrendered version of you. The tightness in your chest is not anxiety. It is your soul saying, I cannot shrink anymore. You have seen things. You have survived things. You have learned things. You have cried in ways that changed you forever. The old version of you would break under the weight you are carrying today. But you didn't break. You shifted. You grew. You rose. When you felt like you were drowning, Allah was actually teaching you to breathe underwater. And now, you cannot pretend to be who you were before the storm. When you experience deep pain, you do not return the same. Your heart is wiser now. Your vision clearer. Your values more real. Your longing more sincere. You don't want temporary anymore. You don't want shallow anymore. You don't want loud, dramatic, inconsistent anymore. You want something real, something with weight, something that feels like peace, something that brings you back to Allah. And because your soul is craving higher, your old life feels heavy now. Even the things that once made you smile now feel dull. Even the people you once called home now feel distant. Even the comfort you once protected now feels suffocating. Not because anything is wrong, but because your soul has tasted something higher, something truer, something more sacred. You cannot return to who you were, because that version of you was built by the pain you have already survived. That version of you existed before Allah touched your heart. And when Allah touches your heart, you cannot unfeel it. You cannot unknow truth. You cannot unsee wisdom. So now, Allah is moving you, not by force, not by punishment, but by a gentle divine push. He is guiding you toward the life you secretly prayed for, but were afraid to step into. He is removing what you would have held onto forever, even if it was slowly harming you. He is releasing you from what you thought you needed, so He can give you what will actually nourish your soul. And yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels heavy. Yes, your heart aches in ways you cannot explain. But every ache is a message. There is more for you than this. Allah is not asking you to abandon your past. He is asking you to rise beyond it. You are not losing yourself. You are meeting yourself perhaps for the first time. You are not being emptied. You are being cleared, prepared, expanded. So the blessing that is written for you will not feel overwhelming when it arrives. The life you are being moved into will not require you to shrink, silence, or betray yourself to keep it. It will feel like breathing again. It will feel like coming home. Allah is taking back what your heart began to depend on more than Him. My dear brother, my dear sister, sometimes the things we love the most are the very things that begin to quietly replace Allah in our hearts. Not intentionally, not knowingly. It happens slowly, softly, silently. We start depending on a person to feel understood. We start depending on someone's presence to feel safe. We start depending on a relationship, a dream, a voice, a plan to give us meaning. And without realizing it, our heart begins to lean on creation more than the Creator. We don't say it with words, but the heart whispers it in secret. If I lose this person, I will fall apart. If this doesn't work out, my life is over. If this leaves me, I have nothing left. And Allah loves you too much to allow your heart to believe that. So He removes the thing you were beginning to worship, not because you are unworthy, not because you are not meant to love, not because you are being punished, but because Allah refuses to let your heart be owned by anything other than Him. The pain is not just about losing someone. The pain is realizing how deeply your soul held on to them. You cried not because they left. You cried because of how much of yourself you had given away to them. You see, when your heart attaches too tightly to what is temporary, Allah in His love must separate you from it so He can return you